Hey guys, how you all doing? The Wrestling Guy back here today, joined by the chairman of the board, and today we have our review slash follow-up video of our fabulous weekend at For the Love of Wrestling.
Yay!
So we are back, still recovering from a manic weekend.
Yeah. The feet are aching. The legs are still a little sore. A lot of walking, a lot of standing around as well. But we did have the most amazing time.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't sacrifice any of it for the world. It was definitely a memorable weekend.
Experience.
So yeah. So what we thought we'd do today, guys, is just give you a sort of a quick breakdown of the weekend, how it all went, and some of the fun surprises that we had along the way.
Yeah.
We've also got a fantastic selection of photos and autographs, which we have now added to our collection. For those of you who watched our introduction video to For the Love of Wrestling, you would know that we did go for the platinum package, so we got every single guest there, both a photo and a signature. There were a couple that we did miss out on for various reasons because we were getting involved in other bits and bobs throughout the day.
Yeah.
But we got the fundamentals that we wanted, didn't we?
We got the vast majority of what we wanted to get done. And it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys were at the For the Love of Wrestling, hit the thumbs up button. Let us know down below in the comments how you got on. Who did you meet? Because I know there were a lot of you there, and it'd be really interesting to see what goodies you got signed or what photos you had. Some really fun-looking photo opportunity pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, we've seen it all on Facebook and on Instagram and things like that on there. It sounds like a lot of people had an amazing time on there. We know that we did. But yeah, let us know. Were you there? Who did you see? Who did you like? Any disappointments? Anything that let you down a bit there? Yeah. But do let us know. And before we start as well, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Platinum package guys, the Platinum Posse. You guys were awesome. It was great to spend time with you guys as well. Thank you for making us feel part of the group as well. We had a wonderful experience. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you again in the future. I know we're keeping in contact on different social apps, but yeah. So thanks, guys. If you were there and you were watching, thanks.
Yeah, it was really good.
Time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's crack into how the weekend went. So obviously we travelled up on the Friday. Because we had an early start on the Saturday, so we wanted to make sure we were up there nice and early. Had a fairly restless night on Friday night, to then wake up on Saturday, pumped up, ready to go. Yeah. And literally a 2-minute walk from the hotel, we were at the place we needed to be. Yeah. Now I say that as very, very loosely. We were in the place that we needed to be because it started getting a little bit downhill from there. Really.
Yeah. We didn't get the best of starts. Unfortunately, security led us round the wrong to the wrong location, and we were stood in the front of the queue with the Diamond Package group and any of the other early entry groups, but not with the Platinum group where we were supposed to be. So that was a little bit of a disappointing start. It was a little bit of a letdown on there, but we certainly didn't make it dampen our day. We quickly found security, found the right persons that we needed to speak to, and within a couple of minutes, we were in the right place. We were led into the green room where we met SoCal Val. Yeah. So SoCal Val was the first person that we got to meet. She was lovely, very chatty, very friendly. Yeah. Amazing as well, as I found, with not just with SoCal Val, but with a lot of the other wrestlers as well, how much they remember people and they recognise people from previous conventions or events or even wrestling shows. Amazing how much, because SoCal Val started a conversation with 2 of the guys in there that she'd met at WrestleMania earlier in the year. So, but yeah, fantastic the memory that these people have. So, but yeah, that was so a little bit of a shaky start, but it got better.
Yeah, it got better, and then. After we'd obviously sat down and had a chat, we then went out and joined everybody else in the main hall bit, and we got straight to it, didn't we? From the word go, we got straight to it. Yeah. Went over to the photo area. Things were still a little bit rough on the road. A bit of miscommunication or no communication.
Some of the I think some of the people they brought in were volunteers and they didn't have the right information as to how to treat the platinum package and the diamond package. So they were sending people off in different directions. At one point we were queuing, which is the whole point of the platinum package, was that we weren't supposed to be queuing. It started off a little bit rough. I think we got the first couple of photos, and then we managed to find somebody from the event organisers, and we went and spoke to them, and they went up and they got the table sorted out, made sure that they knew exactly what was going on with the platinum package deal and everything else. And once we got through that, everything else went a lot smoother.
It started really picking up from there, and it just shaped the whole weekend so much better. We were able to get a lot more stuff done than we initially thought. I think we were kind of pulling our hair out a bit at the start, wondering if we were actually going to get anything done this weekend. But yeah, we had a blast of a time. So
but yeah, shaky start. But once we got going, it was absolutely fine. Also, at this point, just want to give a quick shout out to Amanda. Amanda was from the Monopoly Events organisers. She was the one that we spoke to get things sorted for us, and she hung around and helped the platinum package people a lot throughout the weekend. Big thumbs up, Amanda. You were an absolute hero, an absolute star. We all loved you. We were all massively appreciative of everything that you did for us. So you probably won't see this, but thanks, Amanda. You were wonderful.
Yeah. So obviously we made a start with some of the photos. So I think now's a good time to start showing some of the photos that we got over the weekend.
So show people what we got.
So they're really nice professional photos. There were different time slots for each of the guests that were there. And
one thing I was impressed with was the way they had that laid out. They had all the photo opportunities at one side of the room, and then right over on the other side of the room they had all the autograph opportunities. So there's no mixing ups of the queues. It made it a lot more simpler, a lot more neater. Certainly better than some previous events that I've been to where queues just seem to all meld into each other and it all gets a bit messy. That was a lot simpler, a lot neater. So that was a good. But the way that they laid out the hall was good. We were happy with that. So.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, so let's jump into number one then, shall we?
Okay.
So, number one, we had Tatanka.
Yeah, the Native American Tatanka.
He was a really nice guest to meet.
Yeah,
Really
very nice,
lovely.
very friendly. Childhood favourite of mine. So I was really pleased to meet him. And he was very polite, very friendly. So
really nice
good
guy.
start for us.
And then we kind of ended up just circling back round, didn't we? Because we got into Tank, I think, right towards the end.
Opportunity, didn't we? Yeah.
So this was big for both of us.
Yeah.
This one. New Age Outlaws.
Oh, you didn't know?
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
So Billy Gunn didn't appreciate the fact I was wearing an NWA t-shirt.
He did not. But he did like my DX shirt, so I did all right on that one.
Yeah. So maybe should have planned that a bit better. That's my bad. But both really nice guys.
These guys were amazing. Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, both fantastic. They were enjoying themselves the whole weekend. They were cracking jokes at each other. As well as the other people. They were having a whale of a time. They just looked like they were just buzzing, full of energy, and full of fun, full of beans. So they were absolutely brilliant. It was great to meet them. Yeah,
really good ones to meet on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Going from being really great to meet is one that probably was he was great to meet. He was absolutely fantastic, and the way that he was, he did it the whole weekend. And we're talking about the one and only,
probably given it
MJF.
This was probably one of the most popular guests of the weekend.
Totally.
If you look on any social media platform, there's always pictures of this guy.
Yeah.
Some hilarious stories. We could sit here all day and list off hilarious stories we saw over the weekend.
Absolutely healing it to the max. He was. Absolutely brilliant. He told me never to speak to him again.
Yeah.
After I complimented him on the colour of his suit.
Yeah, and I was told that I didn't have permission to speak to him. As well. So pleasure as always, MJF.
And he was brilliant. The stuff you could see him doing all weekend, not just with the photos, but also at the autograph table as well. He was. He was really playing it up, and people loved him for it. They absolutely loved him for it. And you saw the amount of people that were giving him the middle finger as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It just added that extra
Yeah.
bit of charm to the weekend
Yeah.
because it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next person is
Again, we seem to be jumping back to another sort of polar opposite again, don't we? So going from MGF's behaviour to this
Goddess.
gorgeous lady, yeah,
Tori Wilson. Yeah. So she was fantastic. Really nice lady to just sit and speak to.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, she was
Absolutely
wonderful.
wonderful. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, she
there.
was beautiful to speak to. Yeah, she was absolutely fantastic, and she was taking her time and talking to people.
Wasn't a rush,
and,
was
yeah,
it? It
that,
was just a nice,
that was the lovely
nice
thing. It was
experience.
the same with a lot of these guests. They were really sort of taking their time to speak to people, stopping for a moment and letting you have an experience with it. It wasn't just a case of in out. It made it feel special. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on as well, because there's other stuff we're going to say about that as well. But yeah.
So we we seem to have a bit of a kind of a there seems to be a bit of a ladies theme going on.
We had a bit of a divas moment at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you're going to talk about female superstars, you've got to talk about arguably one of the best of all time.
Yeah, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus. Oh. Trish Stratus.
It was genuinely, it gave this for me especially, it was one of those guests where you get the shivers.
Yeah, this was a real moment. I really really had she was absolutely lovely. Again, took time to speak to people, and she was just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So
yeah. It's genuinely, you were in the presence of greatness there.
Yeah.
She is a real pioneer of the women's industry. A lot of people say she is the reason why the women are where they are today.
Yeah.
Her and many others. So yeah, it was a real pleasure to
a wonderful
be
person.
there.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. So that was great. So sticking with our ladies theme.
Well, and if you're going to get Trish Stratus, then you also do have to get Mickie James.
Mickie James, yeah.
Mickie James. Now I know this one was a personal one for you, wasn't it?
One of my favourites, if not my favourite, growing up.
Yeah.
When I first started watching it, I used to really love Mickie James. So to meet her was a real special moment.
Yeah. And she was lovely.
And she was again lovely.
Absolutely
and
lovely.
the chemistry that all of the female wrestlers had with each other was such a special thing to watch.
It
as
was.
well.
It really was. There was. You could see there was genuine love. Between them all, they were all walking around. They were hugging each other. They were sharing jokes. They were laughing. They were stopping and having proper conversations with each other and taking time out to have a moment with each other. And it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
They were interacting with the fans together as well.
Yeah.
One of the guests we'll talk about later, that she was up and about every 5 seconds, going around to different fans.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was absolutely wonderful. I think all the women we met were real. They were real standouts. They were fantastic. There was so much love, not just for them to the fans, but for the fans back to them, but also for the business as well, and the love of wrestling, which was a big thing to be in a room full of wrestling fans that just want to talk about wrestling,
and for each other as well. Like, you could tell that there were times where it wasn't just business, it wasn't just money making, it was genuine sort of
real moments of love and tenderness, and it was fantastic. So we're getting all sentimental now. So
we still haven't finished with the women yet.
No, we haven't. So we had Trish and we had Mickie. So why not get Trish and Mickie?
Wow.
Together. So that
was great.
For me, this was one of my real sort of standout moments of the weekend. This was wonderful. There's a little story that goes with this one as well. So they started doing a few photos already, and at one point they were just stood there, and they were both literally just stood there like that. And as I walked forward, they just Trish Stratus just goes, "Just slot yourself into the middle there." So I sort of slotted myself in and put my arms around. I said, "Don't mind if I do." So I put my arms around and was having the photo taken, and I could hear them giggling, and I wasn't sure what was going on. And as I went to walk away, Trish Stratus grabbed my shoulders and started rubbing my shoulders, and I sort of went, "Ooh!" And then she went, "I'm sorry." She goes, "I can't stop fondling you." And I was like, "Oh well, I don't mind. Like, carry on by all means. If you're going to get fondled by Trish Stratus, and why not? Yeah." So, and then when I went and got my photo, I noticed that Trish is actually holding Mickie James's hand off my shoulder. which was obviously what they were giggling at. Then when we met Trish again the following day, I'd said to Trish, I said you were the one that was. I said I was the one that you said yesterday had you were fondling my shoulders, and she said, "Oh yes," she goes, "I remember you." And I said yeah. I said I said it was a real moment. I said it really made me laugh. And she said, "Oh no," she said, "You've got good shoulders." And I was like, no, that it felt like a real moment to me, because I don't tell everybody, but I'm not body confident. I don't feel good sort of about my body or anything like that. But to have somebody like that turn around for a moment and say, you've got good shoulders, like you got good, it really meant something to me. So yeah, so I really appreciated that. So yeah, that was a real moment for me. But yeah, again, two beautiful women.
Yeah.
So not just in looks, but with their hearts as well, their characters. They're just wonderful people. So yeah, so a beautiful moment. Yeah, beautiful. I really enjoyed that. Right. Moving on with more women. We have also got
Victoria. She was one of the standouts of the weekend.
She was. Oh, and she would talk to everybody and anybody about everything and anything. She was absolutely fabulous. I went in for a hug on this one because she's another one of my absolute favourites growing up. And the person before had a hug, and as I went forward, I said, "Can I get a hug as well?" And she said, "You can have whatever you want." And she just threw her arms around me, and I was like, "Oh, this is wonderful." So I had to go in for a big hug on that one. So yeah, she was absolutely fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
And we will let you guys into a slight secret as well. On the Sunday, I think it was, as part of the Platinum package, we were taken off to an exclusive meet and greet with Tori Wilson, which was amazing. So many personal stories that they share is mind blowing.
Yeah.
The things they've done. Obviously, we won't go into details, so it's meant to be like a exclusive thing. And then we had some surprise guests, didn't we?
We did.
It was meant to be just Tori Wilson, but then Candice Michelle, who we will show you later, made an appearance, which was awesome. And then Victoria came up as well.
Yeah.
And I think everyone can share the same sentiment that Victoria kind of stole the show there.
She was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So many interesting stories, many like fascinating stories that you don't see as a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
All the backstage things and everything. It was just amazing. Could have sat there all day and just listened to them.
They were fabulous.
Yeah, that was a great experience as well.
Yeah, gave her opinion about a few things and sort of set the record straight on a few things as well. But yeah, they were all absolutely fabulous. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, so that was a real sort of special exclusive thing that we were involved in.
Exclusive for the platinum crew there.
Yeah, and it was brilliant time.
Yeah.
Talking about pioneers of wrestling.
Yeah.
This next person, unfortunately, we're done for the women for the time being, but
we will come back.
I think you'll forgive us because we had Kurt Angle,
an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah. This was another sort of shivers down your spine moment because Kurt Angle was arguably up there.
Oh yeah,
one of the greatest
of all time. Yeah.
So again, you felt like you were in the presence of greatness here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a real great one as well.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Really special.
Yeah, really nice moment on there as well. So yeah, and lovely to be. Yeah, the Hall of Famer as well. Like the amount of Hall of Famers that you meet as well. It's it is wonderful.
Special one to get as well. He was one of the busier guests on the weekend because he was only there on a Saturday. So
so we did well to get him when we did. Yeah.
This next person, I'm gonna say, is probably the guest. Sorry, that I came out having my respect for this guy doubled, if not tripled.
Yeah. I mean, this is somebody that I've always really liked. For me personally, I think he stole the weekend for me. I think this guy was absolutely incredible. And if there's anything I'm taking away from this, it was the exclusive meet and greet that we had with him as well. It was a real, it was proper in the feels moment. It was a real, this guy was incredible, and we are talking about the one and only
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
This guy was just amazing.
Such a nice guy as well. Very, very friendly, very polite, very open, very honest about sort of things that have been going on, things that he's looking forward to doing, talking about the Fiend. He talked about his past, he talked about his present, and talked about his future as well.
Yeah.
But going up for the photos, always really nice, very friendly. Big arm round you. You sometimes you forget how big these guys actually are as well.
Yeah.
Like, Bray Wyatt he's a big beefy boy, and so you stand up alongside him and you think, wow, okay, but really nice. Pulls you in for a nice photo. Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful.
That was great. And sticking with the theme of Bray Wyatt, we then had the Return to Family picture.
Return to Family one. Now we were lucky to get this one because this was only a one-time photo, wasn't it?
Yeah, they only had one time on the whole weekend.
On the whole weekend that they had the opportunity to get the Return to Family, and I think we were two of probably about a dozen people, if that actually got this photo. We heard a lot of people going, "Oh, they didn't do the Return to Family. They didn't do the Return to Family." They did do the Return to Family. We were there. We were lucky enough to get it. Absolutely fabulous.
I think because it all went a little bit off schedule.
Yeah.
I think people ended up missing it, and then when they came back, it had finished because they weren't there for very long at all. I think. So yeah, that was a real special one to capture because, like you said, we were the few people at the weekend that actually got one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a real special one.
Yeah. This next one was a very special one for us as well, and we'll tell you why in just a moment.
Even looking at it now,
but it was the Wyatt family reunion.
Yeah.
This was
one of the stand-ups.
Again another standout on there. So you had Bray, you had Rowan, you had Braun. Obviously, no Luke Harper, unfortunately. But you guys may have seen on the social media the picture of the Wyatt family reunion with the three of them with Luke Harper's skull mask, with Bray holding up the skull mask. We actually saw that moment live, and you could see the emotion with Bray and Braun and Rowan. It was a real, you could tell it hit them. It hit them all. But it was a beautiful picture. It was a beautiful moment. You could see after they had the picture taken, they all stopped for a moment to sort of compose themselves and get back to it. And we were very lucky to have seen that moment. It was
hard.
It did. You could see people see people queuing up, and you could see how it hit them as well. Everybody sort of stopped for a moment.
I think it was that moment of silence, wasn't it? Even we were just sat there just watching because we both sort of realised what it was representing, and it kind of it hits you and it kind of holds you there for a moment. I think they found that as well. But that was a real sort of special.
It was a special moment with the mask, and obviously they're all doing the four horsemen of the apocalypse symbol as well. The four horsemen of the apocalypse will ride forever, and that was a very special moment that we saw there. We got the picture afterwards, and absolutely fantastic.
So, that's a real special one.
Yeah. Right, let's cut the emotional stuff. Let's get into some of the fun stuff now. So, so up next then, we saw another legend. Some people would probably even call him an icon. It is the one and only Sting.
This was arguably the biggest guest of the weekend.
Yeah.
I know when this was announced, we were absolutely on cloud nine.
Yeah.
This is just
absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Speechless. Yeah. Never thought in my life that I'd meet Sting.
No.
You sit and you see them on TV, and he's one of those guests you come to terms with the fact that you're not gonna meet them.
Yeah.
And we did meet him.
Yeah,
so,
and he was lovely as well.
Yeah, really nice
I
guy.
took a moment to say thank you for everything that he's ever done. I remember Sting back in the sort of the late 80s, early 90s when I first started watching American wrestling with WCW. So I remember the colours. I remember all the bright coloured face paint, the blonde hair and all that. I remember all of that, and his matches with people like Vader. I remember all of that. So so to actually meet this guy was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, the little child in me was going, That stings. We'll get a wonderful moment, absolutely wonderful on that one. So.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, I'm going to just chuck this point in because this brings us on to our next person. The work he's obviously doing in AEW with Darby Allin as well is great, and hopefully that's something they continue with going forward. This whole mentor-student type thing.
Yeah, I love the whole student-mentor idea.
Yeah.
I think it really works.
And obviously Darby Allin was supposed to be at the event as well. He had to drop out, unfortunately. But yeah, speaking of AEW, the voice of wrestling, arguably.
Yeah, good old JR, Jim Ross.
Jim Ross. Now again, this was a real pleasure to meet Jim Ross. He is, in my opinion, the voice of wrestling.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, to be sat next to him was a real special moment.
Yeah, another hero of mine. So really
great.
really nice. Lovely bloke. There are people on social media that are saying that he was quiet, he was a bit standoffish or whatever. Didn't find that at all. Thought he was absolutely lovely. Thought he was really nice to speak to. I cracked a joke with him because that was on the Sunday morning. And I said, I can't believe they've dragged you out this early. And he said, to be honest, mate, he said, I don't even know what I'm doing. So he was unfortunately, I think he was struggling a little bit with jet lag. So he was struggling a bit, but he was lovely. I thought he was absolutely lovely. And I thoroughly enjoyed meeting him. And what you also have to remember as well with some of these people is that they are getting older. They are slowing down a bit. They can't keep that same momentum, that same pace that they used to be able to keep. Not just with sort of the commentators, but also with the wrestlers as well. Some of them are just getting that little bit older, a little bit tireder.
Yeah.
So we just have to respect. Just give them the respect they deserve. They've made the effort to come over and see you. Just don't criticise them if they're not. If they're too tired or to sit and have a 10-minute conversation with you, and So, but they were brilliant. I thought he was lovely.
Yeah,
really
definitely. He was great.
I'm a big JR fan anyway. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
right. Shall we just doing some of the women again, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's get back onto some of the women. So, so Sunday we went with Vince's Devils.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Victoria, we had Tori Wilson, we had Candice Michelle.
Yeah, so that was again a really great one.
Yeah.
This was just before we went for the meet and greet, actually, I think, wasn't it? So,
it was. Yeah.
So that was really cool, really special one.
Yeah.
3 fabulous women. Just in wrestling generally.
Yeah.
Some of the pioneers of sort of the older generation of wrestling.
Again, all lovely, all very friendly, very accommodating. Yeah, they were absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That was great.
So then from Vince's Devils, we then also had to make sure that we picked up the opportunity to just get Candice Michelle on her own.
Yeah. So we had the rest of them. So we have to get Candice as well.
Candice.
So that was great.
Yeah.
Really like Candice Michelle.
Absolutely beautiful, fabulous costumes. By the way, the costume shoot that Candice was wearing on the weekend.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And such a lovely person as well. Like she was so chatty. She was so sort of bright and
bright and bubbly and everything, wasn't she? So she was absolutely fabulous. They were very open, very honest. They even did the Q&A sessions in the ring throughout the weekend as well. She got a bit emotional when she talked about the accident during the Beth Phoenix match, which unfortunately finished her career. So she did get a bit emotional about that, which got a lot of the fans emotional as well. So absolutely, wonderful. Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely wonderful.
great
Yeah, caught you in the fields. But and one of my personal favourites. I love Candice Michelle. I loved her right from the start. Really, really, really special to meet her. So.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, another legend we have on here.
Yeah.
So we've shown him already because he was in the Rotunda family picture, but IRS Mike Rotunda on his own as well.
Yeah.
Another really legendary wrestler.
Yeah.
Another great one to meet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, was unable to make it, which was a shame because it would have been lovely to have had a picture with both of them, but this was a lovely moment as well. Again, was a big fan of Money Inc., was a big fan of IRS, so so that was a really, really nice one as well.
Great.
So, very nice bloke as well, very, very friendly.
And the the last one then.
The last
now,
photo.
this is an interesting one because we were sort of getting ready to finish off on the Sunday. We were getting ready to, we're just doing our last looks, and then
unfortunately we did have to travel back a bit early because we had to travel from Liverpool all the way back to the southwest, so we did have a long train ride ahead of us, so we had to leave a little early.
Yeah, so but just before we were about to leave, we had a quick look at the schedule, and I turned around to the chairman and said, there's this one particular person I'd really like to get a single photo of before we go. And we were sort of 10 minutes from doing the thing, so we stayed around and made sure that we got a photo with, if we ever, which we are planning to, do an underrated video one day.
This guy would be on our list.
It's going to definitely be on the list.
Yes.
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas. Taylor Wyndham.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Very friendly.
Yeah,
lovely bloke. So,
I think that was a real sort of a special moment for me, especially because I've always been a fan of Bo Dallas.
Yeah, he's one of your big favourites, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of my big favourites. Not really one that I think is on many people's favourites, because he's obviously not been on people's screens for a couple of years now. Has kind of not really. Obviously, he's most famous for his time in NXT. But it was a real special one to meet him as well, and obviously the rest of the Rotunda family as well.
Yeah.
It was really,
they were all
special.
absolutely fabulous. He did also sort of drop a hint that we may be seeing him again in the near future. So let's hope that's true. Let's believe that it will happen. Sorry, that was a bad pun there, but let's believe that it will happen. We want it to happen, so we would love to see him back in the ring again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that wraps up the photos. So we spent quite a lot of our time over the 2 days sorting the photos out, didn't we? Photos are really memorable, real cherished possessions to have.
Special moments that will live in our hearts and minds for
definitely
for a lifetime.
But it wasn't just photos that we got over the weekend, was it?
No,
we also spent some of our time getting some autographs, obviously, because it was part of our package as well.
Yes.
So we are proud to say, we got an autograph from every single guest.
We did manage to get everybody. We didn't get everybody on the photos, unfortunately. We missed out on a few of those, but we did manage to get all the autographs. So, we were really happy with that.
Yeah, apart from one which we shall not name.
There was one that we just weren't interested in getting, so we didn't bother.
But that was deliberate. We could have, if this table was so quiet, we could have gone any time of day.
We could have.
But anyway.
Right.
Should we quickly talk about the live wrestling actually before we do that?
Yes.
So we missed the start of the live wrestling because we had a meet and greet with Bray Wyatt, which we wouldn't have.
I would never trade that in for anything.
No. So that was great. But then we came down, watched some of the company that was doing the live wrestling was Future Shot Wrestling. Definitely recommend giving them a look on Google or YouTube.
Check them out.
Really, really good looking talent, maybe future prospects for NXT UK. Have to keep an eye out on that.
It's great to watch the indie shows as well, and I would always encourage people in the UK to go out and watch the local promotions, go out and watch the indie shows. You may see future talent, future prospects there, future talent. It's always interesting as well. I always find it's always interesting to see people's gimmicks and their ideas as well, because there were some with Future Shot. There were some I thought these are really, really good gimmicks. I really, really like these. There were a couple you kind of thought, don't know what that's all about. But wrestling wise, there was some really good wrestling action in there as well. The highlight of the night was probably the Rumble match that they did at the end. That was really, really good. Some really, really good stuff going on in that. And the surprise entrant at the end was Titan, aka Braun Strowman. Came out as the last entrant and won it. But it was really good. Really, really good. But I would say any wrestling fans out there, if you've got local promotions, go and see them, go and help them, go and support them.
We're certainly going to make the most of it now that the COVID restrictions are starting to sort of lift. We're keeping an eye out on some of the local talent, and definitely going to give them a watch.
Support local wrestling.
Definitely. Wrestling. You never know; those stars you see on Future Shot could be the next breakout star for WWE. You never know. So that was great. That was really good.
Really, really good.
All part of the package as well. All you had to do was have an entry ticket, and you were able to stay for the live wrestling. It's absolute bargain that they provided there for wrestling fans.
Brilliant.
So yeah, we also got some autographs of the
Yes.
weekend as well, which again are really special, along with the pictures we got. So should we start with...
We'll start with the beginning, shall we? So,
start at the beginning. So this first one...
so we got slightly different things. We got some same pictures,
Yeah.
some different pictures, and some we got other different things signed as well. So
Yeah.
we'll go through them sort of as we go.
Yeah, so for me, this is one of my standout autographs. Try and make it so you can see it as best as possible. So this is the one that I got signed by Fred Ottman, aka Typhoon, aka Tugboat, aka the Shockmaster. Yeah, and as you can see here, just to remind me of who they all are, he signed them as each of his versions of his character, which was fantastic.
I wasn't
expecting that at all. And he was so satisfied with it. I was one of the few guests he actually got this with. He actually asked me to take a picture of him holding up this picture on my phone. So I've actually got a picture of Fred Ottman holding up my autograph on my phone, which is another real special one for the collection.
Absolutely brilliant. And it's just absolutely brilliant. I mean, when you go up to each of their desks, they have a selection of these sort of 8x10 photos, and you can pick which one that you want. And I said to you, I think this is the best one because it shows his career and the different characters that he had. Not expecting that he was going to actually sign all four of them. No,
so
pretty much got 4 signatures there for the price of one.
Really excited to get that one framed and up on my wall of champions, I call it. So that's going to be great.
It will be going really up there. So obviously the wrestling guy that got that one signed. I went on a slightly different route. Years and years ago, I was lucky enough to meet Earthquake. And I managed to get one of the little trading cards that I had, managed to get him to sign that one. So I had to go with my Typhoon trading card, which I'm going to bring in a little closer, like that. That's my Typhoon one, which he signed for me. I'm going to get those framed up together so I can have the natural disasters back together. But yeah, that was really nice. And he really liked it. He said he loved the little trading card, and I said I was going to put it in a frame with the other one. He liked that. And I got a picture of him holding up my trading card as well, with a big smile on his face. So yeah, that was really, really special, that one. So, you like
that. This next person was again a really cool one to me. Was quite quiet, didn't really engage with us much, but it was
late on a Sunday afternoon.
Late on a Sunday afternoon, so like I said, our expectations weren't high.
No.
We gave him the respect that he deserved and needed. It is Lanny Poffo.
The genius.
The genius. So yeah, I really like that picture. Although it's not technically a picture of him, it's just another cool cartoon.
Yeah, we really liked that one. I thought it was a really nice.
So it's really nice one.
So yeah.
So that again looked good on the wall. Really another great one to meet there.
Yeah.
So
I really like that one.
So yeah, that was a cool one.
Cool.
This next one, again, is...
I didn't realise we actually went with the same picture on this one.
Well, it seems to be a fairly common theme throughout. There were a handful we got different. Again, another legend.
Earl
Hebner. So, again, considering he's obviously an older guy, he was up and about, he was everywhere, he was interacting with little kids, he was getting in and out of the ring, he was doing special photos in the ring. You wouldn't reckon a bit the poor guy's knackered now because he was all over the place.
He was exhausted.
He was here, there and everywhere. So,
but he was brilliant, really nice, very friendly, very polite.
Really nice
lovely.
guy. So really happy with that.
Really like that one. So nice to get a referee as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So
now, this next one is obviously we unfortunately couldn't get a picture with this person.
We missed out on this one.
But if you're talking about the pioneers of women's wrestling, especially in sort of the earlier days of wrestling, you've got to talk about Alundra Blaze.
aka Medusa. She was lovely.
It was great.
Really,
absolutely great.
Really nice.
And two fantastic pictures. Another one where you sit there for a couple of moments and you just struggle to pick
pictures on some of these because they were so nice. So there's a lot of them where we've gone the same, and there's a few where we've gone different. She was lovely.
So yeah, that's another.
Oh,
really
yeah, I had to get a
special
picture of her in her blaze outfit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was lovely. So. They did have a really nice one of her, the WCW moment where she drops the belt into the bin, but unfortunately, on the picture that they had, the belt was right over her face, so you
Yeah.
couldn't see her. You could see everybody else in it, but you couldn't see her. And it was like, no, it was although it was a special moment, I couldn't take that picture knowing that I wasn't going to get to see her face on it, so I had to go
Yeah.
with that one. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
so yeah, beautiful. Yeah, really good that one.
Yeah. And we spoke about this person already, but again, one of the nicer guests of the weekend that we met.
Yeah. One of the first ones we met.
Yeah,
as well,
one of the
wasn't it?
first ones as well. Rowan.
Rowan.
So yeah, this was a really nice one. He was very chatty, very friendly,
Very soft spoken.
very soft spoken
Very
as
soft
well.
spoken for a big guy, yeah. But,
Yeah.
really nice. I think he wrote on mine Run.
Yep, and I got Follow the Buzzer.
You got Follow the Buzzer,
the
so
old
you give us
White family.
so you can give us something a little. Although we were with the same picture, he did give us something a little different
Yeah.
on him. So yeah, that was fantastic.
And another special thing with Rowan as well is, although he wasn't genuine chatting with us, we were stood next to him and we were watching the live wrestling in the evening as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
he was
was
sinking down a few
good.
beers, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he,
yeah.
he was having a good time.
So,
So,
watching some wrestling with Rowan, which I
Yeah.
never thought I'd say.
Wrestling with Rowan.
Wrestling with Rowan. It's got a ring
Wrestling
to
with
it.
Rowan. Wrestling with Rowan. Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the name of his podcast. if he
Maybe.
ever starts one. Anyway, seems to be.
No, go on with that one next.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. 'Cause we went. So we did, like I said, we did choose different objects because obviously I had certain things that I wanted to get signed.
And I had certain things I wanted
Yeah.
to get signed, yeah.
But this next guest as well was another really nice guy.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed meeting. Braun Strowman,
Go on straight with it.
aka Titan, aka the winner of the Rumble.
AKA Adam Scher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really,
so
really nice.
happy with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
Really
nice picture on there.
Very friendly, very
Yeah.
polite. So yeah, you got your picture signed, and obviously you guys can see behind me we have the Braun Strowman WrestleMania banner, and I have got a Braun Strowman signature on there. I'm not sure how well it stands out on camera, but yeah, there's a Braun Strowman signature on there.
It looks great in person.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
great.
He was really nice. Really impressed with the banner as well. He was
Yeah.
he was surprised I got it. So we got that one out. So yeah, I was really pleased to get that signed. But yeah, looks fantastic. That will have pride of place on the wrestling wall.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that was another great one.
Yeah.
Speaking of lovely and sort of bubbly, happy women of the weekend,
Yeah.
SoCal Val, she was obviously kept busy all weekend. She was hosting a lot of the Q&A panels, but we did manage to grab her when she was at her table doing the autographs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we missed the photo
Yeah.
opportunity because she was so busy, and also I think it tied in with something else that we were doing. But my God, this woman works. She worked
Yeah.
and worked throughout the whole weekend. And she was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Didn't seem to miss a beat. I don't know whether they were dosing her up on coffee or what was going on there, but she was go.
Yeah.
And she was wonderful, very, very friendly, very chatty. Like I said, when we first started on the Saturday, we met her in the green room and had the opportunity to speak to her. She was absolutely lovely, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, always
yeah,
really nice to see SoCal Val.
Yeah, so that was another really
Yeah.
really great one on there. Another one where it's really hard to pick a picture for as well. 'Cause
She has so many gorgeous pictures.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now this
Oh.
one was a surprise one because
Yeah.
this was a last minute replacement on this one. Unfortunately, we had a message on I think it was the Friday. Was
Yeah,
it
we were in the
Friday or
hotel
Thursday?
room.
Yeah, and we'd heard that unfortunately Nick Aldis was unable to attend, which was a shame. And then later on in the day, we heard that they had sent in a replacement, and it was AEW's Anthony Ogogo. Now I really like this guy.
Yeah.
Really liked him. He was really nice. We were one of the first people to go up to see him when he came in, because he didn't come in until the afternoon
Yeah.
on the Saturday. Set his stall up, and we were one of the first ones there. Really nice guy. Very very friendly, very polite. To a point, and he was because he did make us laugh because he turned around and said, "So, what colour pen would you like?" And I said, "Oh, whatever you fancy." And he said, "Oh, I've got this nice silver one." He said, and wanted to personalise it, so wrote out my name. And he said, "Is there anything in particular you'd like? Any message or anything?" And I said, "Just go with your heart. Go with what you feel." And he wrote, "Great to meet you. You something legend."
Yeah.
And then signed it, and I thought that was absolutely brilliant. If I'd have asked him to write that, I expect he probably wouldn't have done it. The fact that he just wrote it, I thought was
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, really nice guy. One of our favourites in AEW, one of the rising stars of AEW.
What was he wrote on yours?
So in mine, I've got Dear Alex. I think I'm still trying to figure out what that first line says.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming,
Dude.
Thanks for coming out, dude. Keep your gloves
Keep your
up.
gloves up.
So yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had some nice pictures,
Oh,
but we
yeah,
had to go with that
definitely.
one because it has got the Union Jack on
Yeah,
there.
bit of a
So
patriotic
yeah, we had to go with that one. So yeah,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
yeah, fabulous. Yeah, it was really nice to meet him. Really glad he came out.
Such
Very
last
last
minute
minute
as
to do
well,
it as
yeah.
well. Yeah, so big thumbs up.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
him there. Yeah.
Yeah, this next one again. He was one of the nicest guests of the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You could tell he was having a whale of a time with all the fans.
Yeah.
You're obviously talking about the Native American Tatanka.
Yeah. Again, as I said earlier on, one of my childhood hit favourites. Yeah, really liked Stanka. Really nice, very friendly, very polite. Spending a good few minutes chatting with everybody that went to his table, and even same when he was having the photos done as well. He was very, very chatty, very friendly. Couldn't say a bad word against him at all. No,
definitely.
absolutely fantastic. So yeah,
Definitely a fantastic picture selection as well.
again, yeah, he had some of the best ones. He really had some amazing ones. It was really difficult to choose. We went for very similar images.
Very similar.
You went with
kind of the
well,
brighter
yeah, you went
background.
with the brighter background.
Yeah. So yeah, really nice
But
one to have there.
really liked that one. So yeah, really pleased with that. Cool.
And it doesn't stop; it carries on.
It keeps going. We're still going, guys.
yeah.
So
This next person, again, he was quite quiet because obviously we appreciate that it's sort of quite busy for them.
yeah, later in the day as well.
later
When
in the
again,
day.
we got him as well, which was IRS,
IRS.
Mike Rotunda.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
A really special one.
yeah, but yeah,
Nice. Obviously,
Yeah,
if you watched our first video, we would have got something else signed.
Yeah.
If Ted DiBiase was there, which we will show you at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
But we thought it's just him on his own. We'll
Yeah.
get a nice picture.
Really cool. Yeah, really
and,
cool.
That was a really nice
Yeah,
one.
very nice guy.
All
right.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then next one, then obviously we said we bet him on. He was one of the last. It was the last photo that we did. But we made sure that earlier in the day we picked up his autograph as well, and that was Bo Dallas, Taylor Wyndham. Yeah, really nice. Again, had some fantastic pictures
Yeah,
to choose from
definitely.
again as well.
Yeah.
Somehow we managed to pick the same ones
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. I mean, my personal choice for this one is because it was his in his NXT days.
Yeah.
Personally, my favourite, the time that I thought he did his best work.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
So yeah, really
But yeah,
really
really
happy
cool.
with that one.
Yeah,
And we believe he'll be back in the ring soon.
yeah.
So
We've got to believe. Got to believe. We've got to believe it'll happen. Okay,
Ah.
the next one then. Yeah. So next one then is
MJF.
MJF, our favourite villain
Yeah.
at the moment. He was fabulous. I say he was the cockiness, the arrogance, the fed up look that he had when he was at the photos is exactly the same as he was doing at the autograph table. He was very funny. He had all the people laughing. Again, just looked totally disinterested. When he signed mine, he actually, as he got to the end, he actually flicked it off the table, which is why my signature scrolls right the way up to the top. 'Cause he just went and flicked it off the table. So I had to then run across the floor to go and pick it up, which was funny. But yeah, the interaction he had with the crowd was fantastic. Check him out on YouTube as well. They've actually put up the Q&A that he did at the For the Love of Wrestling as well, which was hilarious. Again, criticising everybody, brilliant. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, great to have met him.
Yeah,
So it was
definitely.
really was. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's one of
that's
those
right.
characters where although he is really sort of he plays the character to the T.
Oh yeah.
You know what he's like, so it just makes it great, makes it awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you know what he's like, you know what you're going to get from him. So
Yeah,
you
definitely.
wouldn't go and get his autograph otherwise. So
Yeah, definitely. So
right. The next one. She's not a lady to mess with.
no,
It is
isn't
Victoria.
Victoria. Again, fantastic picture selection,
Yeah.
but this was definitely the standout.
Yeah, because I love that. I love her ring gear.
Yeah,
And I love the ring gear she was in on the weekend as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, her outfits are fabulous.
yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. But yeah.
So yeah, really happy with her. again, if she hadn't had been whisked off somewhere, I bet she'd still be chatting to us now.
Yeah.
She was very,
She was
very
just
chatty.
very friendly, very chatty.
friendly.
She just wanted to chat with loads of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, so got hugs and slams.
Yeah.
From Victoria on that one. I think you got
I got the
say
same,
hugs
yeah.
and slams. So yeah, but
So,
beautiful. But yeah,
really
absolutely
friendly.
fabulous. Yeah, absolutely fabulous person to meet. So
Yeah. Oh, we did really well to get this signature. I think this was one of the weekends that we were a bit like, oh
Yeah.
no, this could, because he wasn't out for very long at all.
No.
It was not out for very long at all.
the icon Sting.
Sting.
So yeah, he came in a bit late on the day. I was only there for the one day. So we did well. We did well to get that one. But yeah, what a great picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
Definitely.
really happy with
Yeah.
that one. So yeah, Stinger. So as we said before, yeah, a big highlight for us to have met him. So
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. So
Yeah.
right,
Oh wow.
this
Okay.
this one is probably one of my absolute favourite signatures of the weekend. It's just a fabulous. I mean, it's a fabulous looking signature as well. This is the thing, isn't it? And we were talking, of course, about the one and only Bray Wyatt, the
Yeah.
Fiend Bray Wyatt, signed it the Fiend Bray Wyatt as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at that signature. That signature is just incredible. Like really, really,
Yeah.
fantastic. Really, really stands out. And there was a couple of people going up with the figures and the boxes and things like that, and he was signing them in this blood red ink, and it really stood out. It really popped. I mean, that's a lovely big signature. You can make out. You can see what that is. But
Yeah.
but yeah, but fabulous.
It was
Absolutely
great. Yeah.
Fabulous.
I mean, I even said to him when he signed it, I said, "Wow, I wasn't expecting you to do that," and he sort of just gave me a little wink. So it did make you feel really special.
Yeah.
Yeah, really happy with
Yeah.
that one. Definitely going to take
Yeah, I think
pride
if
on
any-
my.
Yeah, I think if anybody got that autograph, they're not going to be disappointed in that. That's just
No.
beautiful.
No.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, so that's going to be definitely a prized one. And,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
collection.
Definitely.
So this is the bit now where myself and the chairman started to kind of split our ways in terms of the stuff we got signed.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of repetition. We kind of we have very similar tastes with our wrestling,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of things that we got different for various reasons. So this next person we met, again, talking about the women, we unfortunately couldn't get a picture with this person.
We just missed out on this one because there was a meet and greet, wasn't there, at the same time? So
but,
yeah.
Another one of our favourites. Obviously talking about Lillian Garcia. Again, really chatty, really nice.
Beautiful lady as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, beautiful picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I got U-Rock on it. So that's really nice. Really like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
nice.
beautiful
person,
picture.
really
She has
nice
gorgeous pictures on her to
yeah.
choose from as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So yeah.
definitely.
So I went slightly differently on this one. I went with her CD. So I have the CD there with Lillian Garcia's autograph on there, as well as she actually signed the CD itself. So I have her signature on there as well, which was fabulous. And then also, because she was signing this as well, if you open out the cover, she popped her signature on there for me as well. So there's 3 signatures on that one. So
Yeah, that's
but yeah,
really cool.
absolutely brilliant. Yeah, she was fabulous. I didn't even ask her to. She just took it all out and started. So she goes, "Oh, I'll put the signature on here for you." And she, "Oh, I'll put it on the CD as well." And then she put the one on the front as well. And then she said, "Oh, sorry." She goes, "I realised I didn't personalise it to you." And she put my name on the top of it as well. So yeah, but yeah, absolutely fabulous. She was absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. So yeah. So that's Lillian Garcia. So yeah, very, very happy with that one. I did have to admit to her that I hadn't listened to it yet. I did actually sit and listen to it yesterday. It's really good. Really, really good. So she's got a gorgeous voice.
Yeah,
Absolutely
she does.
gorgeous voice. So the only person I know that can never sing the national anthem, God Save the Queen, and actually make you feel emotional about it. She did it once at a Raw show and it's like, it was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, absolutely fabulous. I love that.
Yeah,
so happy
definitely.
with that one. So.
Yeah. This next person, again, is really special to both of us. Like I said, one of my absolute favourites of all time for the women wrestling, grown up especially. We're talking about Mickie James, of course. One of my favourite pictures of the weekend. I really like that one.
Gorgeous picture.
Holding the women's title. So yeah, really, really special for me to have a signature from her.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to getting that one up on my wall.
Yeah.
That's a real special one of the weekend. So yeah, really, really happy with that one.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. So yeah, I went down a slightly different route again, and I went with Mickey James's CD. Somebody Gonna Pay. Do you know what? Really, really good CD. I managed to get this one a couple of weeks ago, and have managed to listen to it a fair few times. Really, really enjoy it. Again, fabulous voice, absolutely fabulous on there. So yeah, was really pleased to get that one done. Yeah, really, really happy with that. She was wonderful.
Yeah.
Really, really, really nice.
Brilliant.
I'm very, very excited that I had her CD as well as Lillian. Like I gave Lillian her CD, and she went ee! Like this. She gave me a little squeal and said, "Oh my god! Like you got my CD!" So and same with Mickey. She had a big smile on her face when she saw the CD come out. She was really, really pleased with that. So yeah, that's brilliant. I would recommend this one for a good listen as well. It's a little bit harder to find. But if you do find it, grab a copy. It's really, really good.
I did give it a little listen on our train journey home actually, from Liverpool, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. She has a beautiful voice.
Great voice. Great voice.
So yeah, that was another real great one for both of us on there. This next person as well, absolutely fantastic. We did go similar routes on this one, but different. Candice Michelle. One of the standout photos of the weekend for me.
Yeah.
Again, an impossible collection of photos to choose from.
How would you choose?
You had to just pick one.
Yeah.
This was definitely my favourite, I think. And the fact she signed it in the blue ink as well, just made it all that bit special.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really like that one. Looking forward to getting that one in a nice frame and getting that one up. So that would be great.
Yeah. So slightly different route again on this one. I went with Candice Michelle's Playboy, and she managed to get that one signed. So really, really happy with that. Beautiful picture, beautiful cover. Looks fabulous with the signature on it now. That was going to get framed, and that'll be up on my wall. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, absolutely beautiful, that one. So really, really happy with that. And so they said she was fabulous, and her outfits on the weekend.
Oh yeah,
absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
They were great.
Yeah.
This next person as well was another really, really nice person. We spoke about her already. Trish Stratus. I think it's fair to say we were well and truly stratified over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So
I never thought I could fall any more in love with Trish Stratus than I did over the weekend. She was she was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely stole my heart this weekend. So yeah.
Yeah, again, beautiful picture selection, but this one really stood out to me. So I really like that one. Yeah, absolutely amazing person. It was a real privilege to meet.
She was lovely, absolutely lovely. So yeah, went down again a slightly different route on this one, and I went with the WWE Divas 2006 lingerie special with Trish on the cover. Went and got that one signed. So yeah, was really, really happy with that. Like I said, just absolutely, she was absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, beautiful picture on there. That's going to get framed, go alongside my other magazines on the wall as well.
Yeah,
brilliant.
This next person, we both did go for a magazine cover on this one.
We both went for a magazine cover on this one.
Different magazines.
We did.
Both equally great. I went with the SmackDown Made in America edition with a beautiful picture of Tori Wilson on the front. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, blue ink again. The blue ink just works with the signatures. Looks really nice. So yeah, really, really like that one. Liked the cover anyway. Like it even more. It's got a signature. I can't wait to get that one on the wall in a frame. That would look lovely. Yeah. So yeah, really, really like that one.
Right. And then I went with, as I got Candice Michelle's Playboy, I had to get Tori Wilson's Playboy edition as well. And that one, again, beautiful picture, absolutely fabulous on there. Fantastic signature on there. It's love you, kisses, Tori Wilson, and she even put on there the WWE Hall of Fame 2019 as well. So yeah, so absolutely brilliant on there as well. Loved it. Somebody turned around to me and said, "Don't you feel embarrassed going up and asking them to sign your Playboys?" And I was like, No, not really, because they had photos on the desk of the covers of their Playboys anyway, so it was the same
Yeah.
difference. I did have to buy this one, especially over from America. The Candice Michelle one I already had, but this one I had to buy in special, and I'm so glad I did. It looks fabulous, and that's going to take pride of place up on my wall.
Definitely. And then myself and the chairman come back to common ground a little
We
bit.
did it. Yeah. So we went with JBL.
Yeah. Although we couldn't get his picture, we did manage to get his autograph.
We
so,
we just missed out on his on having the photo with him. Unfortunately, again we got called away to something else, so we just missed out on JBL's photo.
Yeah, but
we did manage to get the autograph.
Really great cover. That's going to look great in a nice frame. So really happy with that.
Yeah.
Another really nice guy as well.
Really, very friendly. Yeah, very very friendly. They all were. They were all fabulous.
Yeah.
They were all absolutely fabulous. So.
Yeah. And the last sort of magazine one.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle. Who again was really lucky that we actually got to get through to him, because he was obviously up and down, getting pulled here, there, everywhere for various things.
And again, one day only.
Quite busy queues, and again one day only. So he was on our priority on Saturday to get done. So yeah, really special one. A fantastic cover as well.
It's a lovely cover on that one. Yeah,
cover.
in the American the American gear. Yeah.
So yeah, really like that.
Yeah, really good that one.
Now this next person, obviously, was another special person of the weekend. I did get my signature for this one. The chairman did very kindly give his signature away to one of his friends he had that came along with us on the weekend.
Yeah, shout out to my mate Jay, who spent the weekend with us. Thanks so much for coming with us, Jay. It was a real amazing weekend. So glad that you came along with us as well. As a thank you, I gave my signature of this person to him because I already have this person's signature. So I wanted my mate Jay to have it. But big thumbs up, Jay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Guy. Love you. Wrestling for life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I got the Under the Black Hat, Jim Ross's book here. One of my favourite wrestling books that I've read. Really enjoyed this one. So got that one signed. Yeah. Best wishes, Jim Ross, and then he's got the Hall of Fame 2007 on there. So yeah, really special to get that one signed. Yeah, again, really good read. If you haven't read it, definitely give this one a read. Yeah, definitely. And then I think this was one of our highlights of the weekend, wasn't it?
Certainly was, yeah. But it was a pain to carry around.
Yeah, definitely. You would already know that we'd got one of these each if you watched our build-up video to the For the Love of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Probably given it away if you haven't seen it. It's in this beautiful Attitude case.
Yeah. It's the WWE tag team titles. So yeah, the replica belts on there. So yeah, we had to carry these around to make sure that we got some signatures on them. But yeah, we do have them. They are there in all their glory, and probably be easiest if I come in a little bit closer to show you on these ones.
We do have those.
So on this one, we do have on there we have the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws have signed on there. On that side, beautiful in that green pen as well. It looks absolutely fabulous on there. So yeah, really happy with that one. And on the other side, we have It's Time to Get Nasty with the Nasty Boys. And we have Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags. Managed to get their autographs on there as well. All look absolutely fabulous. And that silver as well. Really nice contrast. You get the green on that side, the silver on that side. They both really stand out. These look absolutely fabulous. So yeah, we have the belts. My God, these are heavy to carry around as well.
How some of the guests there were carrying multiple belts is beyond me. We were struggling with the one.
And I think if you got to carry these around all the time, you must be glad when you finally have to relinquish them. And poor old Matt Cardona, isn't it? He's got about 12 going at the moment. Like, how he ever manages to carry all that around, God alone knows. But yeah, so we did manage to get these signed.
Yeah, that was a real standout for us. Getting that one signed. I didn't expect it to look as good as it actually does. It's beautiful. So yeah, really happy with that.
Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, so really chuffed with those. So yeah. So fantastic.
So, yeah, and that was it. That was the end of a fantastic 2-day extravaganza at For the Love of Wrestling. Big shout out to all of the Monopoly event staff for organising and obviously helping us on the day.
Yeah, thanks guys. It must have been really hard, especially with COVID, pre-COVID and post-COVID as well. Obviously, we've had there was obviously been cancelled. There had been delays. There were guests saying that they would come. There were guests saying that they would have to cancel. They had to get last-minute replacements in. But yeah, all in all, yeah, we had a fabulous time. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's say we had a little bit of a wobble at the start, but once it all got sorted out,
it was great.
It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we had a really good time. They've already announced ready for the Love of Wrestling 3. Will be next year in Manchester. You can find out all about it on the websites as well. So do go and check it out. If you've ever wanted to meet any of your favourite superstars, get the opportunities to get those photos, get those autographs. Do check it out. We had a wonderful time meeting not just the superstars, but also meeting other wrestling fans as well. It was a wonderful experience to meet all those people. We chatted with a lot of people in the different queues. We had some really good laughs. We had an absolute blast. And you say if you're a wrestling fan, go and check it out. We would highly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was definitely one of the best weekends we've had in a long time. It was thoroughly deserved after some hard years of obviously isolation and COVID, everything else. It was a nice little treat, and definitely a memorable weekend which we will remember forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really great weekend. Would definitely recommend it. And yeah, so that was it. And now we've got to get organised with where the hell we're going to put it all.
I don't know.
But yeah, so
frames and
we'll have to have a look into that. But like I said, let us know in the comment section if you went to the For the Love of Wrestling, who did you meet, what did you get signed, etc. And who would you like to see at For the Love of Wrestling 3 next year?
Yeah.
There's been a couple of interesting people that people have put on there they would like to see. I know one of the big favourites that people want for next year is Danhausen. Which is an interesting choice. So we'll have to see what they come up with on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know who you would like to see. Is there anyone in particular you'd really like to meet? Yeah, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and we shall see you next time.